Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Boating Adventures. On today's episode, we're going to talk about this little junction box that I have here. This is what saves me all my brake electrical issues. I have had no issues with having a junction box here. It has in fact eliminated lots of my braking electrical issues just by having a brake junction box here near the tongue. So the way this works is, I'm going to flip the camera around so we can kind of take a look at this a little easier. The way this works is that we have our connection here. There is one run that goes from the 7-pin connector all the way to the junction box. And then from there, it all splices into the different wires. So there's a lot of wires here, because all the individual wires come into here. There were no splices in the wires between the light and here, and that's where a lot of the issues come. You'll have you have the brake light way in the back, and then you want to put a marker, and then you're going to splice into the wire midway. You're going to come back up, and then you want another marker. You splice into there, and all of these splices, they all get corroded because of the salt. And that's where you have a lot of these issues. So this is why there's so many of these wires here, because every marker, every brake light, they all have their own home run, you want to call it. Okay, so from the brake light all the way forward, up in here we have a marker right here, all the way forward, and then into the junction box. Same thing on the other side. And then when you come in here, you just have a little strip. Okay, make sure that you have this wired correctly. If you don't understand wiring, then maybe have somebody else do this for you. The box is from a big box store, a hardware store. Super easy, super cheap, maybe like $5 or $6. And then you have a terminal strip, again from the big box store, hardware store, and which just makes all the connections easier. And then what I do is that I just coat all the screws and all the wiring with grease, and then it also has a rubber gasket on it, so that keeps everything nice and sealed and free of moisture and water and all that stuff. Okay, so if there's ever an issue with your brake system or lights not working, you're going to have two places to look. It's not going to usually be here. It's going to either be the connector or the truck, or at the actual connection at the marker or at the brake light. Okay, this way, when you have it running like this, you have only two places to check: the light itself, and so far what I've seen is going to be the truck has an issue. Either the fuse is bad, the blown fuse, or the light is bad. So either the light's bad or something wrong with the fuse in the truck. So far those have been my issues having this system. Okay, do yourself a favor, run all of your wires from each light directly to a junction box, and then from the junction box to your connector. That's going to eliminate all your wires from being underneath. Another step that I took in order to help prevent any issues with wires is using Romex, or I used an old extension cord. Extra protection, no cuts in between the lines. Saw the line from the junction box all the way to the light. The only time that they get the actual individual wires come out is at the light and here. Again, extra protection. Okay, save yourself the hassle when it's time to change your wiring or your lights next time. Just do this. You'll eliminate 95% of your issues. All right, if you found this video to be useful, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. More videos like this will be coming up in the future. Thank you very much for your support. Don't forget, boat safe and have fun.